You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Okay, everyone, welcome back to the Prepare My Channel. Zero Dark 30 blasting out of the bunker, and here we are. Don't ask me what this camera's doing. It's all over the place. I'll tell you what, folks. It's already started. And if we're not careful, we'll miss it. But certainly everyone else is not paying attention. I mean, they might catch a little glimpse here or there, think, well, that's not good, or that's not good, or hey, that's awful and terrible, but it's going to get a lot worse than what we're seeing. And what I'm talking about is shit hitting the fan big time. It's already started. I mean, we all heard about the LA fires. Billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars in damage, loss, destruction. There's no economic advantage to this. There's no, oh goody, we get to create economic activity. No, you just destroyed billions. And it'll cost billions to get it restored. It's terrible. But anyways, let's continue. Who set the, oh yeah, we think those were arson. And then now in Texas, setting fires. They're arresting illegals that are committing crimes and really gearing up with what they're doing. And then what happens in California at Moss Landing, which is up near Watsonville, Santa Cruz area. Moss Landing, I don't want to use the word explodes in flames, but yeah, caught fire. Once again, fire gets caught at a power plant. We've discussed how our electrical grid is vulnerable. It's not protected. They're not treated like prisons to contain everything. They're not treated like military bases where they're heavily guarded and protected and shielded from damage from people. Nope. That's not how it is. Our infrastructure, electrical, is very, very weak when it comes to security and protection. So they're attacking it. We know SHTF, terrorist style, is coming. They've captured explosives, police and firemen's uniforms, and weapons that are being held by some. They've caught some of these people. But the estimates are there are at least 100,000 extremely nasty, violent terrorists in this country. What can you and I do about it? Not a fucking thing. Except be prepared mentally and be prepared with what you need in the event your area is a direct hit. A direct hit meaning power goes out, bridges or roads or tunnels are destroyed, limiting or eliminating entrance and access, from or exit. That's what we need to be aware of. Interruptions in food supplies, interruptions in the water supply. Look at LA. Everyone thought everything was just fine in LA. Hey, you turn on the faucet, you get some water. Flush the toilet, you get some water. Have a big fire, no water. How did that happen? We're supposed to believe that government does its job. And although inefficient, it still does its job. No, we're seeing the government doesn't do its job. It fires people it doesn't like for political reasons. It hires those it likes for political reasons. It treats itself very well with pay and vacations at your expense. And then the moment something doesn't go right, they say, that's it, we're closing the parks, the schools, we're taking away the police. We're taking away your benefits. Like the worst parents you ever heard that punishes their children mercilessly. That's government. It's always about gimme or punishment. Well, folks, it's going to get worse. It can get worse. Americans have short memories. Maybe it's because we're optimistic as human beings. We want to only see the good things. Well, I see the good, folks. I see where this world could be. How it could be such an amazing place if it wasn't for theft and destruction. It would be an incredible place. But here we are. Are you ready for it to hit the fan? Big time. Big time. It is 3 days until Trump is inaugurated. The Democrats are losing their minds. Apparently, Kash Patel is responsible for the FBI instantly and totally destroying the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Department. Well, he's not even the director, so they're not taking any orders from him. In fact, anyone that tries to say that really isn't really thinking this thing through. Let us examine. If Kash Patel were confirmed, January 20th rolls around, Kash Patel is the director of the FBI, and then he says, you will dismantle the DEI department and it no longer has any effect. That would be something else. But guess what's happening? Trump is having to step up and say, hey, do not destroy files in your diversity, equity, and inclusion department, division, whatever. Don't it. Who is he? He's not the president. He can't order the FBI to do anything. In other words, the way I see this, folks, is they're going to hide their tracks. The current FBI under Christopher Wray and Merrick Garland and Joe Biden and Barack Obama, they are taking down the DEI, Department of Equity and Inclusion, inside of the FBI so that Trump and Kash Patel can't see what their policies are and what they've done and how they've handled things. We've got a huge political war coming, folks. We've got terrorism on our shores. They're telling us we need to be afraid of a cold. Oh, man, that's rich. That is absolutely rich. Dripping in irony. We have a lot to be concerned about, folks. Right now, it's just fine, though. Hey, I see the lights are on here and there. Traffic is moving. There's gasoline at the gas stations. Everything is fine. Everything's fine until it isn't. And we're getting more and more signs that it's not going to be fine. I keep thinking that politics is going to change. But I think it's just a perspective point. Politics, folks, has always been this way. It hasn't changed a bit. It's just how the rules are applied. It is just becoming more aggressively anti-liberty. But it's still politics. So instead of saying, well, that person, there's really nothing wrong with them, so they should become, say, director of the post office. Now, instead of saying, well, there's nothing really wrong with the guy, even though they don't want them, even though they don't like them, because, say, they're Republicans, the Democrats will make up all kinds of stuff, and yada, 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 but they'll pass them. Now, politics is the same. They don't like, right, the director of the Postal Service. In fact, they're going to make up shit about them. They're going to imply all manner of nastiness. They won't vote for them or allow them in. And if they can, right, they'll implicate them in a crime of some sort. You see, it's the same belief system that, only the Democrats know and the Republicans are evil. But the question is I don't know if it's a question. The action is based on the belief system, far more aggressive and violent now. That's what we're seeing. That's the escalation. Shit, it's the fan is here. It's just, are you paying attention to it? Do you see the signs? Are you watching the events? Are you seeing it ramp up? That's what's happening. Chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours.